One of the things that he's known for is this column that he created, which is 125 feet tall. It bans is about 50 feet. There's a band that goes around this that's about 50 feet. We're going to look at that in detail, of course. It celebrates his victory over the Dacians, which is now modern-day Romania. And he had a huge desire for prosperity, and you're going to see that when we see his form that he creates. So Augustus has his form, and Trajan's going to have his form. What's a form? I keep saying this form thing. What is it? What the heck?
Like a square?
Kind of like a square, but it involves a lot. It's the hub of the community. I guess that's probably the easiest way to say it. It's the hub of the community. It has your shopping, it has your entertainment, it has your basilicas, which is not a church, it's a meeting place. It's where the politics take place. It's where you have your meetings. It's the downtown area, basically. And Trajan is, again, on a little trivia, he's the first non-Italian emperor. First non-Italian emperor. He's actually Spanish. He was a warrior, and he was adopted and by another emperor who didn't have an heir, and so he adopted him so that he would follow in his footsteps. Trajan. Yep. To prove his loyalty, he built. He is known for building more roads. He's known for the largest aqueduct. He also made great bathhouses. We're talking a little bit about bathhouses later on. He also is known to have expanded the Roman quarters to the largest extent. But this column that we're looking at, this is what I want to talk about for right now. It still exists, it's still there. It's not part of our tour, but if you're walking and you know what you're looking for, you'll be able to see it. And on your free time for your lunch, you can go over. Apollodorus, that was supposed to be changed to NUS. I think I must have forgot to save it. Apollodorus is the one that is the architect that designs this.
Do you want me to take it right now?
Sure. Apollodorus is actually a Greek. And he was one of the great architects. He, at one time, remember, Trajan is a warrior. He was hired by Trajan to build bridges to get his troops across. So he was an engineer, he was a designer, and he created all these amazing things. This is not the first time we have seen something that documents people or whatever. Egypt, we had our obelisk, so this is kind of like an obelisk. But what it is doing is telling us what Trajan did. And Trajan, and I think I have a little clip on this when we talk about Trajan in his market, about how many times Trajan himself is being depicted, because this scene, is about Trajan, so he's in there. And this scene is about Trajan, so he's in there. And this scene is about Trajan. So it continues on to talk about Trajan on the way out. The interesting part about this is there's 2,500 figures on it. It's 200 meters. The crossing of the that's what you're looking at, the Danube right here, is the scene that you're looking at when he was in war, when he had to cross that over. So he depicted that. On the very, very top is a picture of Trajan, or not a picture, the statue of Trajan. During the Christian takeover, guess what? He was knocked down and St. Peter was put up top. So St. Peter is up there right now, so you're not going to see Trajan on the top anymore. What is interesting about this, I told you it's really tall. Why would you put a story on something so tall when how are you going to see it? I mean, we're talking antiquity. They don't have ladders, they're not going to climb. I mean, they're not going to be able to read or look at the pictures that are way up at the top up here. Okay? So why are they building something like this? Well, when they built it, and they carved into it, and they carved the story in it, most of the people knew the story anyhow. So it was just a reminder to them of that story. So it's like you guys, you know the story of any nursery like Robin Hood, or even if you go into your Batman or whatever, it'd be like putting Batman all the way up there. You know his story. It's not like you actually have to look at it. So they're thinking it was just a reminder. The other thing is, that's very unique about this, not like an obelisk, that you get to walk up on the inside of it. So you get to climb up. There's stairs that go all the way up to the top, and that's a viewing deck up there. So imagine back in the antiquity, where you can actually get to a height of 125 feet and get to view the entire city. Another way cool thing for people to do. Also, you can have some, but look at, this is the tallest building here. This wasn't built during antiquity, but this is about as tall as a person actually could see out the window.
You used to go up there.
We cannot go up there. I don't think it's open, it's not open to the public. I don't know if they open it to the public on rare occasions, but I did read that it's extremely rare to be able to get inside it. And so there's a spiral case that's going up to the top and the bottom. The bottom part was supposed to be where Trajan's ashes were supposed to go, and then again at the top was his picture. The view of that climb would have been spectacular again, and would have been really remarkable. Another thing about this is that it marks a specific height. It marks the height of a hill that had to be removed to put in Trajan's market. It's the Coronal Hill, Quir.